The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, and yes, even some bizarre international treats, alone or in head-to-head battles. I am Jess, and with me is my panel of experts. We have Dave.
Hello.
Welcome home. Mikey.
What up?
And our Ed.
Good morning.
Good morning. And what are we eating today, Mikey?
These are sugar wafer cookies of delicious loveliness.
Wow, your voice sounds...
That's a sexy voice.
That's a what, morning voice?
Sexy
I guess
voice.
so, huh?
That wasn't sexy
Did
at all.
we wake you?
That was my Janis Joplin impression. How you doing?
Sugar
So-
wafers.
Sugar
Yes, very
wafers
sugar wafers, yep.
with
Very
the
good.
filling? They all have the filling?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all vanilla,
They're
right?
all filled. You
Vanilla.
know, we'll get to that. Nabisco
Ooh.
doesn't label theirs as vanilla.
You call
Just
it
cream?
They're just regular.
Is that cream or creme?
Crème.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
which
level
is
with you, I'm
fancy,
not
more
gonna-
expensive.
They're
Yes.
regular.
That's the only one that comes in an actual box. The rest of
Yes.
them come in.
Everything's coming in these foil packs.
Is it like
now.
a color? It's yellow, the color
Yeah.
of sugar wafers?
Ah,
Maybe.
You know what makes me curious? Well, it might be the yellow might be the color of vanilla.
Oh,
Because I'm sure if you got the chocolate or the strawberry...
French vanilla
it's blue though.
is yellow.
Sometimes
I
it's
would
brown.
think that everything that is labeled French vanilla would be in a blue package. 'Cause I see a
Really?
lot of blue packaging.
French
All right.
vanilla ice cream has that yellow color to it.
Yeah,
Mm.
because
The
there's an egg in
actual
it.
ice cream.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
because
the
it's an egg.
yolk.
That's what
French
makes
vanilla,
it French?
yeah.
So it's healthy? It's
What
got
make it-
protein then.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going with that.
It's all healthy.
Seriously? That's
Yeah, French vanilla has an egg in it,
So it has protein. And
I
it's got
never knew
beans,
that.
vanilla bean.
Yeah?
We're going on something here.
which is a vegetable because
Yes,
it's a bean.
yes, it's a bean, so it's protein and fiber. So it's good
Right.
for you. Healthy food.
So, you know, it all started with just plain wafer cookies. Those
Which
go
really?
back to ancient times.
how ancient.
That fluffy, light wafer.
Cardboard.
Wafer?
Yeah, wafer.
That goes back to the Middle Ages, and you know the
Hmm.
wafer cookies were created really from a batter.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is familiar with the Italian ones.
Biscotti?
Yes,
The
not a biscotti.
Yeah. What do they call it? Let's see this thing.
Pizzelli.
It's not a
Pizzelle.
pizza.
Yeah,
That's a
pizzelle.
very
Pizzelle.
different texture, though.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
it
origination
is,
of it.
but this is sort of where the whole wafer thing started, and then the Dutch had wafers, which were waffle cookies, and of course that's where ice cream cones come from
Yeah.
originally.
Stroop
too.
waffles.
Yeah,
Also
but
waffles themselves, yes, but they start off as the cookie.
These are the wafer cookies with the cream in the middle that you put over your teacup.
yeah. Well,
Yes.
maybe you should start to open some while I talk.
Rock and
I
roll.
mean,
Ford.
But yeah, the primary difference of all the different regions is just the thickness of the cookie itself, and these ones are a very thin cookie. That
But
they're-
multi-layered.
Yes.
Many layers.
As a
and-
kid, I used to like trying to take them apart, but they always shatter.
So as far as the commercial ones in the United States, they came to the U.S. in the 19th century. They were imported from the U.K.
Okay.
So they go back a ways, but one of the first U.S. commercial producers was Massachusetts-based Kennedy Biscuit Company around 1890.
Is it before they were bootleggers?
I don't know if it was the same Kennedys. And
These are so pretty.
Kennedy
Shrapnel.
Kennedy was absorbed by the National Biscuit Company very early on. And Dave, you may even remember this. I vaguely do. The Biscos, the Nabisco wafers.
Yeah, I do.
original-
Nilla wafers. Nilla?
No,
No?
not the Nilla wafers,
Okay.
but these,
Okay. We have that, don't we?
yeah, we do.
Okay.
Bisco's, yeah.
But originally, they had a different pattern on them. They had the logo of Nabisco, the
All right.
oval with almost looks like a TV antenna
Yeah.
coming out of it.
I I don't
Tell me
remember.
what the story is behind that.
I don't know the story behind that one.
Holy.
Yeah.
But-
no.
Interestingly, the first time they ever used the Nabisco term was on their wafer cookies.
Ever?
Was that like
Wow.
their first product?
No, they were just National Biscuit Company until they went Nabisco.
It's cute. It's condensed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Nabisco, National
oh,
Biscuit
these
Company.
are little.
Yeah.
Are they cute? These are weighty. Gee
Because
whiz.
it's Dutch.
So, originally,
There's nothing faking
Nabisco
it.
offered all kinds of flavors, but now all they've got left are the cream-filled sugar cookies.
Cream-filled sugar cookies, so just the vanilla.
So just the crust.
Yeah, but they don't call it vanilla.
No.
Call
Oh.
it crème.
Okay.
It's crème.
So
Now,
it's basically sugar with something else.
yeah.
Oh, gee whiz. These
Now-
are doozies.
If you look at the Bauducco wafers, does that packaging look familiar to you? Because they're well known for something else.
It looks like the Lorna Dunes.
Which one? This is the middle one?
No,
The one
on the end,
closest
the
to
one
you,
that's
the
Italian-sounding
Bauducco.
name. It's Voortman's.
You'll know as soon as I tell you what they're known for.
Is this one of the Dominican snacks we had?
No, it's actually made in Brazil. The thing
Huh.
they're best known for is the panettone, the bread.
Oh, who knew? Well, you
Because
did.
you see that,
Yeah.
at holiday times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember the old cleaning girl? She used to bring it in for you, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a big dome funnel cake looking thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so they started in 1948 when Carlo Bauducco traveled from Italy to Brazil, and he brought the original panettone recipe and a precious piece of sourdough. It's
Precious.
a sourdough base. So,
Precious.
and some people with their sourdough keep it for generations, just regenerating new sourdough.
So they use it as a base?
Yep,
Can I see that one?
Of course you may.
It's interesting.
yep. And they're part of the Pendurata Group,
Mm-hmm.
which is the largest manufacturer of baked goods in Brazil.
Okay. So these are all on the U.S. shelves.
They are. These were all obtained at our local market basket.
All right, you just walk in. All three of these things here, they are the same product as far as I'm concerned. You have some that are a little longer than the others, a little bigger than the other, but all little checkerboard
Yeah.
type of
And
design.
the,
Look at that. You have diagonal, and I have straight across.
What's the first one?
So the waffles on the first one. The
What if I flip it?
Bauducco.
Flip it.
Dang it.
Hey.
You win.
but the
Oh, and it's the same on them all.
One thing I
But
did
there's
notice,
different thickness.
if you look at the front of this packaging, the only one that says it does not use fake stuff is the Voortman's. If you read the front, it's the only one that says it's like natural. Baked with real vanilla, no artificial colors or flavors, no high fructose corn syrup. So the Voortman's is probably the most natural you're going to get. So is that going to make it less flavorful or?
Well, I mean,
We'll
the
have to
color
see.
difference is slight between them. So if you're looking at them straight on, the Bauducco is the darkest. It's more like a golden brown, and it's got 3 layers of cream, so 4 layers of cookie, but they're extremely thin. Then the next one is the Nabisco Biscos. These ones have larger checkerboard on one side, but they're very small, and they have a thick layer of cream. And then
Small and thinner.
yeah,
right, I think they only
one layer of
have
cream.
the inner and outer layers.
If it would take you 4 to reach the size of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Half the size.
And then the last one, the Voortmans, they have 2 layers of cream and 3 layers of the wafer.
Right, let's
So
get,
all
let's
different
get
sizes.
into this.
Dive in.
So we're going to start. Okay, we're
Yep.
going to start on the left.
I'll tell you about the Voortman Bakery.
Please do.
Voortman cookies began in 1951 when 2 Dutch brothers opened their first bakery in Hamilton, Ontario. So Canadian. 5 years later, the first Canadian grocery chain started giving them some shelf space. And today, Voortman cookies are distributed throughout North America by a network of over 500 independent distributors.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Good for them.
In 2015, Voortman's sales were over $100 million.
Wow.
A lot of money in these things.
Yeah. That same year, a private equity firm acquired a major stake in Voortman cookies.
You look pretty happy with that.
Well, this is the Voortman.
I've been bouncing around. Couldn't wait.
Man.
Wow. That Voortman's got a very distinct vanilla.
They're all pretty similar.
Yeah.
There's a slight difference in texture and crunch because of the layers and the layers of, or the ratios, I should say, between the filling and the outside. But I find that the Voortman's is the most delicate. That one's the one that's basically shattering on the table here, for me at least.
The filling seems a little
Me too.
creamier.
With the Bauducco, you get more of the wafer flavor. I don't know if it's because it's toasted
More wafer, far less cream. But it's firm. It holds together better. It's like cooked a little longer.
And I think the Biscos, I detect zero vanilla. It's just
soft
sweet.
sugar.
It seems sweeter almost than
Right.
the others.
So I guess they're depending on everything just being sweet. Yeah, there's literally nothing. This says there's vanilla in it, but very little is towards the end. It is such an unusual size.
Yeah, no, they're really
I will
dainty.
say the Biscos from Nabisco are very, I don't know, pleasing feeling, I suppose, because they basically just melt away when you eat them.
We're analyzing the tactile.
Yeah, they all feel slightly different. I will say the substance on the Bauducco is incredible. The largest one, the thickest one. But you can taste that it's been cooked longer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got a favorite already.
Yeah, it's got a tighter grid on here. Better gription.
Right.
Cookies.
I agree.
For speed.
Well,
speed and
you
agility.
don't want to be dropping them as you're grabbing them.
I mean, I have a little bit on my lap everywhere. I would say the mass factor of these is pretty
Very
darn
high,
high.
Yeah.
You get shrapnel up with Tuki.
Now, would you say that this type of cookie is associated with old people?
Yes, I was actually just thinking that.
No, I've always liked them.
No, I love
Right,
them.
yeah.
I'm just wondering. I think they don't have the popularity of some other cookies.
No, I think old cookie, I think something like
We're
tea
going to
biscuit.
change that right now because they're delicious.
Yes. You know, when you say like old, I think tea biscuit.
Yeah.
You know,
Something that just, you're not sure you even want to eat.
exactly.
So the odd thing here is I know which one has more flavor with the cream and sweetness to it, but does that make it better because there's more of it and it tastes better? I know which one is more cracker and very less.
Yeah. I know which one is the sweetest by
Yeah.
a fair margin.
Yeah. These are all the same product, but they're so very different. It's everybody's interpretation of it. It's pretty much like asking somebody to bake their favorite chocolate chip cookie and then getting three completely different kinds. But
So I almost want to say if I was a kid, I choose that one because it's sweeter, there's more cream.
For the Voortmans.
Yeah. And if I'm older and I want a little sweet, then I take Bauducco because it's all cracker, a little bit of sweet to it. And then in between, Nabisco said, okay, we're going to get the best of both worlds and do this, but it's so small.
it melts away. It's tiny. You can put the whole thing in your mouth, but
It's all sugar.
there's really no flavor to it. Like I'm tasting vanilla with both of these. While I do enjoy that this one's a little bit crispier, the Bauducco,
Yeah,
you can taste the vanilla. You can taste all the ingredients in the Voortmans.
yeah, that's right.
I mean, if you could get the crunch from the Bauducco and combine it with the cream from the Voortmans, it would be the perfect cookie.
Which is
Yeah, I
what
would
I
agree.
think that Nabisco is trying to do is get between these two. If I was opening a company up, I'd say, okay, these two clearly have their things going on. Nabisco was last,
Nabisco was the first
was the first.
out of these.
Okay, so the opposite happens. So Nabisco comes out with it, and these people say, well, I want the double stuff,
right.
basically.
What can I do better? Okay, more cream. Double stuff.
I mean, I think that it's safe to say the Nabisco being the first one, they only have the one layer of cream, the two different wafers. This is where it began, and then everybody's starting to add to it. It's like the double stuff
Yep.
Oreo.
Mikey, I better try another Voortman.
I think you should.
I wonder about whether I like them or not.
Careful of the shrapnel.
I love them all.
Yes, they're all
This
delicious.
this is but they as much as we started off saying they're all the same.
They all have
As you
their
really
distinct
get
characters.
into them, they're all different.
Yep, I could see, different ones appealing to different
Yeah.
people depending on what they're looking for. But
So the best we can do is say which one appeals to us the best
Yeah.
personally, because I'm saying a younger person looking for lots more sugar taste and stuff is
Right.
going
Right.
to go here. I have to
there's-
just go by myself at this point.
there's certainly not a bad one in the bunch.
No.
I mean, I have a least favorite.
Yeah,
You know,
but
but-
I think part of it is what Dave said. It's just what appeals to the
Yes.
individual. All right, well, why don't I talk some snack news while everyone crunches for a
And
while?
I heard last week you got a little into what we're doing on Monday. Today is Saturday when we're taping the show, but Monday.
Yeah, we could chit-chat about that.
I'm just so excited. It's the first time going that Ed and I are going to the Snack Expo.
Right, the Sweets and Snacks Expo.
Wow.
Sounds awesome.
Wild.
We're talking about tens of thousands of people.
15,000 is what they're expecting.
Gee whiz.
And so I'm interested to look at new products. And we don't have enough days to look at new products because there's 2,000 of them. 2,000 new products.
We don't have time to even see all the vendors. There's about 500 vendors that'll be there.
And only because it's our first year, and we can't, the thought was that we would organize and say, okay, this is what we're going to try to hit, but we have no idea what we're in for. So,
No, I think, what we'll have to do is go scout it out, and we'll have to regroup at some point,
Yeah.
and then sort of, get our list of what to accomplish
yeah.
later in the day.
I
want
want to find the next peanut butter cup.
Whoa.
The next, oh my God, this is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
You will.
And it'll be interesting to see what the trends are,
Yeah.
because snacks sort of trend with whatever the hot diet is, right?
You sure?
It seems like from the email we've been getting, a lot of meat snacks seem to be featured.
For
probably-
keto
For
and
the keto,
Keto,
yeah.
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 So,
I'm okay with meat.
yeah, it'll be interesting.
That's true. We haven't really done anything like that. We haven't done beef jerky.
No,
Yeah.
we got a lot of work to do.
And, I remember when I was young, all of a sudden there was a big wave of gum. All of a sudden, gum was big there for a while. Then gummy bears and things get
Right.
big. And, so what's the next thing? What's the next craze that goes on? At the same time, something like this that we're eating today, it's tried and true and never goes away.
No.
And you're talking millions and millions of dollars, $100 million worth of. Who would have thought?
But I couldn't find any advertising for
And
these
they don't
products.
even need to advertise.
It sells itself.
Yeah.
If they wanted, they could have the Snack Authority do their advertising.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why we'll be going to the show to see if there's anybody out there listening and wants to help and support us, and we'll help and support
'Cause
you.
we do everything we can to
Everything.
support the snack industry.
That's it, and good or bad.
This week there were multiple Oreo stories. I got sick of reporting Oreo
I
stories.
know,
And-
and then
This is the Oreo show.
but that was interesting. I read the article you're going to talk about now. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
And we'll go back and revisit that. But, someone was speculating that they're introducing so many, they're really diluting the value of the Oreo brand. It's an iconic brand.
I can see
Right.
that. I mean,
So-
you can't really collect them.
No, you can't collect them. So, what is an Oreo at this point?
Right.
They got Game of Thrones. They got this one, that one, the other one.
Yeah, they watered it down. There's such a thing as jumping the shark and going too far, and I
Right.
think they did.
And it's interesting, as the article pointed out, there's an actual value assigned to your name brand.
Sure.
And, people are speculating, okay, is it declining
Yeah,
because they're diluting it so much?
absolutely.
But
I
enough
believe so.
Oreos. We're going to talk Hershey this week.
I thought you were going to go right into Hydrox, but okay.
Well, we plan to visit them.
Yes, we do.
I like those.
So, did anyone see that Hershey is doing a bar redesign?
Redesigning the Hershey bar?
Redesigning the Hershey bar.
Maybe a mistake.
For the first time in its 125-year history, Hershey has decided to change the design printed on their Hershey bars.
Really?
Don't do it.
I would recommend against that. You don't see Coca-Cola making a change, right?
They will be printing
They
a
did change it,
different
though.
emoji on each section of the chocolate.
They're going into...
Shame.
They have 6 different sets of emojis.
That's because that's hot right now.
And this
It won't last
This
long.
is actually written down right in my notes. Before you get all upset, this is for a limited time.
Oh,
Yes.
thank gosh.
Alright.
The emoji bars are just available through the end of the summer. Apparently, Hershey did a whole big study that showed 80% of youth would react favorably to these emojis.
And they will. And this is going to be just one point in time when you have a 125-year-old product that has stand the test of time.
Yep.
Don't get caught up in that.
Flash in the pan.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't we already miss all the craze about emojis? Everything was coming out emojis.
Yeah,
Literally
they had that
everything.
movie.
And then the window is missed. They missed the boom.
That
Yeah.
movie's been in and out for a while now.
And it's interesting. I mean, if you don't do a lot of limited editions, maybe there's some value in, okay, somebody's going to try it for the first time,
Yeah.
right? They're not changing the product.
Yeah,
They're
just
just,
changing the
okay,
stamp.
if a kid says, I want that, and then you've got a Hershey eater for life, that's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Let's see what happens.
Mm.
Finally, I have s'more Hershey news.
Ah.
See what I did there?
Well
I
played.
do.
Target is selling a Hershey s'mores caddy.
Caddy.
Yeah, it's a toolbox-like storage system for all your s'mores ingredients. It has enough room on the bottom for one bag of marshmallows, a removable top tray that has just enough room for 6 Hershey bars, and your packets of graham crackers.
So it's
Yeah.
for single serving, right?
Yeah,
Single sitting.
the color of the box matches the Hershey bar packaging, and it has Hershey s'mores printed on the outside.
And they'll be carrying around forever and ever. Smart marketing. I
Well,
think it's
I
a
want
great
one.
idea.
And it may be the perfect way to transport and protect your ingredients on your way to the campsite.
And Auntie comes to visit the kids and brings this all filled up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
it'd be
Hero?
probably, I'm guessing, low cost.
$10.
There we go. How,
You know,
how
does it
great.
come
And you'll
filled?
be a hero.
No, it doesn't come filled, but I
It's
think.
$10 for an empty box.
Yep, but I think they're going to move some.
You're
of
going to
those.
move them. That's great marketing. I love it.
I'm actually going to go hunt one down.
So
I
you said
want
there was
one.
6 Hershey bars that can fit, so that's about $12.
Yep.
A bag of marshmallows about $1 to $1.50.
Listen, it's perfect.
Graham crackers about $2 more. Yeah, it's a great weekend.
Yeah.
For under
It's
$20 probably?
Like the razor
Yeah,
blades.
so 25
You've got
bucks
to keep
to-
getting refills for
Right.
that
And then,
box.
and then you refill it. Right.
No.
Great idea. Great.
That's a good marketing move.
And
So smart.
yeah, there'll be one in every household around the country.
Probably.
Very smart.
Just wants one.
Yeah.
Just
we all
wants
want
one.
one. Of course, we want it all.
We want
We
it
eat
all.
snacks for a living,
Just
folks.
needs one.
All
I
right.
like it.
Are we ready to announce what everybody likes?
I am ready.
Okay. Why don't we give it to Jess and let her make the decision first, and I'll tell her how wrong she is.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yes.
So in last place for me is going to be the Nabisco, just because I think it needed the vanilla to cut the sweetness of it. It's more just no flavor for me, but the texture was nice. The ratio was spot on, and I liked they were small, so you can just stuff the whole thing in. Second place was the Bauducco, because I liked that it was toasted. The ratio of cream to wafer I thought was a bit different for me, but I like the toasted cookie.
You wish there was more cream.
Just a touch, because I like the toasted cookie.
Yep.
Then
I
number
agree.
1 for me is Voortman's, because while it is sickly sweet, I drink my coffee black, so I need that balance
Yeah.
of sweet, because I refuse to sweeten my coffee.
Do you know which one sells the most?
I do not.
No?
I didn't have,
We'll
in
end
the
up
U.S., I bet it would be the Nabisco just because they
Shelf
have
space.
Shelf space.
Yeah,
they're going to be everywhere.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, as I said, I'm going to go with my feeling, but I think you are actually spot on of what if you were to get 1,000 people and blind taste test everybody, this is where they would be, not me, because the switch up I'm going to have is I'm going to put the
Unpronounceable.
Bauducco in first place. And I do wish there was a little more cream in it, and then it would have been a slam dunk win.
Yeah.
That's the little takeaway from it. And I'll put Nabisco last.
Voortman's.
But Voortman's is going to be the one that most people are going to pick is the best. It's just a little too sweet for me, where I don't put sugar in my coffee either.
Right. Too sweet.
Little too sweet for me. I would say the majority of the world is going to be perfect for. So I think you nailed it, but I'm true to what I said and going to say and stay with Bauducco as my first.
Sugar wafers always want you to be true to yourself.
That's it.
All right, I'm actually going to have to go with Voortman's, but I didn't find it as sweet as you guys were saying. I found it actually have a little bit more of a creamy texture
Well,
to it.
Mike eats lots of sugar. You are the junk food junkie.
The sugar wafer itself, though, I found that just all it tasted to me like was I was eating confectioner sugar. It's all sweet, nothing else.
Yeah.
The Voortman's, I did like the crispy texture, so that's going to be second.
Bauducco?
I mean, yeah, the Bauducco is going to be second. Now, if I could take the cream from the Voortman's and put it with the cookie on the Bauducco, I'd have the perfect cookie.
I think we're all lined up as far as that. We wish there was a little more cream.
But I like that because the other thing I like is there isn't fake stuff in that cookie.
Right.
And that stands out really good to me. It doesn't have any fake stuff, and it doesn't taste like dung. So
I don't know if you
I
had
really
to go
like
there,
it.
but okay.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
it's healthy. It's got iron in it, and it's got protein.
So wait, was all of that then saying I agree with Jess?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me say I agree with Jess.
And I think
Yeah, you can see that, right?
almost 1,000% of the people, 1,000 out of 1,000 would say that you nailed it. But
999 out of 1,000.
I just like the cookie part of it
Mm.
and more solid.
I've known you for a while, Dave. I can see why, because you're not really into sticky sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So I could see why you would gravitate towards that
I would
one.
like a little more sticky sweet on that.
Yeah, but-
a little more, but not as much as
the
that.
cracker
Is the creamy
flavor, the extra toasting, and I know you guys are thinking like we're making little details into huge things. The extra toasting on that wafer, Dave is 100% correct. It adds that second layer of flavor because it stays on your tongue after you bite it.
Yeah, and you're actually getting more
Oh yeah.
on it too. And I'm a quantity type of guy too.
The Voortman's
Quality
package,
matters, but quantity is a big deal for me.
Feel how heavy the Voortman's are.
Wow.
It's like a brick. It's like a yellow sugar wafer brick.
But they do get destroyed in the package.
A lot.
Yeah, they should go, and I know it's a cheaper process to just drop it in the bag and stuff, but I think Nabisco said, okay, let's keep these things
Safe.
If you're having a little party at the house or something, you're probably going to buy Nabisco because it's going to stay solid. And
You don't want to put broken cookies out on
Yes, I
your
do.
good silver serving tray.
yeah.
Bah.
But I'm a jerk, so
Aren't they a fancy type? If you laid them out, they're a beautiful little snack.
Oh, yeah.
you can make an Easter basket with the sugar wafers, or you can do a summer thing and then put the Cadbury eggs that we did in the middle and have a beautiful centerpiece with the purple Big League Chew underneath it.
Yes, isn't that nice?
You're welcome,
There we go.
Walt.
And you can eat the whole thing, the Easter basket, eat it all.
These do come in a variety of flavors except for Nabisco, so we'll have to explore at some point the strawberry, the chocolate.
Yeah.
and
If the
I think they
Voortman's is all
make a
natural and that
hazelnut.
stuff, that would be interesting.
Hazelnut sugar wafer.
And I'll give you a hint.
Beautiful.
You can get Voortman's
Sugar
at
wafer
Ocean State
for those that
Job
aren't
Lots.
in the New England area. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can get everything they want everywhere. In worst case scenario, there's the internet. The internet will help you snack well.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever have an idea for a snack we should dig into, an idea of what to pair against each other, please just let us know. Contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Let your snack eating friends know about us. Subscribe to it, share it, give it a 5-star rating. We like those. This is the Snack Authority for Ed, Mikey, Dave, and myself. Have a wonderful day, guys, and happy snacking.
Sugar wafers.
There you
Sugar
go.
wafers.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.